Alright, so today we're going to continue solving some multi-step equations, but we're going to solve them with like terms. So let's review what a like term is. Like terms are things that have the same variable with the same exponent. So all three of these are like terms because they all have x to the first power. So we've got 3 plus 7, which is 10, minus 5, which would be a 5x. On the next one, I have a 4a and a negative 3a. And I have a C, or an 8C and a 5C. So I can only put together the A's, which would give me a 1A, and the C's, 13C. On the next one, I can change my signs to plus the opposite. I like to do that so I don't think about whether I need addition or subtraction sign. I can always just put addition signs between them. I've got 5M and 3M, which is 8M. And I have negative 7 and negative 9, which is negative 16. On the next one, I have 6x, a negative 3x, and then I have a negative 3y and a 5y, and then the 4 is by itself. So I'm going to put together my x's, which gives me 3x, put together my y's, which give me a 2y, and then I'll put plus 4. Steps you can follow, because some of you like to have some steps. We're not going to be doing this step today, clearing out fractions, but that is one of the things that I like to do, is clear out fractions if there are any. After I do that, we combine any like terms by adding or subtracting those like terms on the same side of the equals. After that, we've been working on this stuff as it is. We undo the add or subtract, we undo the multiply and divide them. We always are watching our positive. Do some problems. We'll start with an easy one. We'll work our way to some harder ones. I'm not going to worry about this fraction because it's got the x on top. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to get rid of the 2 by putting a negative 2 on both sides. That creates 0. So I've got x over 7 equals negative 5 and negative 2, which is negative 7. I can create that proportion to just do that cross multiplication. 1 times x is x, and 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. Always check your answer by plugging that back in. Negative 49 divided by 7 is negative 7. And so we have 2 plus negative 7, which is a negative 5, so it is correct. Problem I want to look at has all my variables on the left-hand side. What I can do is go ahead and combine those like terms together. So I end up getting a 4x plus 7 equals 15. And now it's the same problems that we have been working with. We can subtract 7 on both sides and get 4x equals 8. Then we can divide by 4, and we end up with the answer of x equals 2. In order to check this one, I have to plug in 2 into both the x's. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 7, plus 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 7 is 15. So it works. Number 3. All my variables are on the left-hand side, so I'll combine my like terms. Put together 2 plus 4, which is 6. And I can put together the 3x and the 2x, which gives me a 5x. We'll move the positive 6 to the other side by putting a negative 6 on both sides. A negative 16 and a negative 6 gives you a negative 22. Then we divide by 5. 5 doesn't go into 22 evenly, so we'll just leave it negative 22 fifths and be done. For my next problem, when I draw my line down my equal signs, I notice that all my x's are on the right-hand side. So I'll combine those like terms. 4 minus 1 is 3x. Bring down my plus 5. I'll get this x by itself by getting rid of the plus 5 by subtracting 5 off both sides. So I end up getting 3x equals 2 and negative 5, which makes negative 3. Divide by 3 on both sides to get the x by itself, and x is equal to a negative 1. Alright, in this particular problem, we could go ahead and get rid of the fractions, which I haven't really talked or addressed much about. So I'll go ahead and do at this point in time. Clearing out the fractions means multiplying everything by the least common denominator, which in this case would happen to be the 3. What I like to do is circle my terms. I've got 1, 2, 3 terms. Terms are separated by plus or equal signs, plus, minus, or equal signs. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a times 3 next to each one of these. So I make sure I multiply everything times 3. Well, 2/3 times 3 over 1, those 3's would cancel, they'd cross reduce, and I get 2x plus 5 times 3, which is 15, equals negative 1 times 3, which is negative 3. Now, if you didn't quite see this, you could write it off to the side. 2/3 times 3 over 1, those cross reduce, and you end up with 2. So we're going to get the x by itself by putting a negative 15 on both sides. We get 2x is equal to negative 18. Divide by 2 on both sides, and I end up with the answer of negative 9. I'm going to pause here and continue on with the second video.